The Upfront and Scatter marketplace have, the ability to do essentially the same thing, get your advertising in front of nationally distributed audiences at scale. The real big differences are in the Upfront, you are planning well in advance of the year to come, and you're thinking about, okay, how much have I spent historically, what my business potentially needs, and you're doing a lot of enterprise level strategic marketing work to figure that out. And then you're consulting with your agency partners, and they're evaluating the market with you, and is it going to be a high demand market, a low demand market? What's our take on viewership patterns across networks? The networks release their programming guides, and they talk about their new shows, their live sports. And so, basically bets are made well in advance based upon, again, brand business needs, as well as what's happening in the television universe in terms of, new content and, which networks are going to deliver audiences for you. Typically speaking, that data, though, as it relates to those audiences, are very averaged out and very uncertain. Okay, so that has immediate drawbacks, but the benefit of doing it in the upfront is you get favorable pricing versus buying in different marketplaces. And so those trade-offs are really important and get scrutinized a lot as they're planning towards the next fiscal year. The scatter marketplace, and the big difference there is that you still have the opportunity to buy the NFL in the scatter marketplace. It's just that you may be investing at higher CPMs, higher cost per thousand people, because there's a limited amount of inventory. It's a supply and demand issue. And so, but you can still get on the same content that you would at the upfront. The other necessary drawback of the scatter marketplace would be maybe not getting the same kind of guarantees and flexibility that you would with the upfront. And so when typically you purchase in scatter and you commit to the dollars, those are completely locked and fixed. In the upfront, with the outer quarters, you do tend to get more flexibility where you can sort of register money or register dollars and then actually pull some back if the business calls for it. But in scatter, it's 99% of the time completely locked in. But again, with scatter, you have the ability to activate it much closer to the time of the campaign. If things change from a business perspective, you actually don't have to invest the dollars. There's no need for that flexibility because you haven't invested it yet. When evaluating upfront versus scatter, those things should be discussed with your partners, and and certainly with your partners who can advise you on reach and scale and what you would need to understand if you were to select those two types of channels.